Where today I'm super excited to have you. All right, so before we even proceed to the business of today, yes, subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, turn on post notifications so you get notified when we put up amazing content just like the one you're about to watch. All right, so on today's edition of Business Nugget Wednesday, I'm going to be sharing with you my story. Yeah, I'm sharing this story because I want someone out there who is about to launch a business or even a service, a product, whatever it is you're about to launch. I want you to avoid the mistakes that I made when I started out where you're doing, right? So I'll be sharing with you today 5 horrible, terrible mistakes I made when I started where you're doing. That's my fabric business. Okay, so if you're about to launch a fabric business, this is a video you want to watch till the end. Okay, so you're welcome back. I'm super excited to have you. All right, now, so if you made it through to this point, that's to say you do not want to make the same mistakes that I made when I started out. It's very important. Now, the first mistake that I made when I started when I started my fabric business, is I didn't seek mentorship. Yeah, so I just had the idea of the business, right? I was into fashion, a fashion designer, and I said, okay, let me diversify a bit. Instead of just making dresses, let me also sell the fabrics with which these dresses are made. Okay, so that's how wedding came about. That's a story for another day, but today I want to concentrate more on the mistakes that I made when I started out. So I had the idea of the business. I'd seen people who were successful already doing the business, and I really admired them, and I really wanted that for my life. Okay, but I went about it the wrong way because I just launched and I didn't seek mentorship. Now, I'm a firm believer of mentorship because I have had to learn the hard way. Now, someone is asking, okay, so what does mentorship mean, right? Mentorship means when you subject yourself to somebody in authority in that niche. All right, you have somebody who is already doing amazing, all right, in your niche. Subject yourself to them, all right, even if you have to pay for it. Okay, say, okay, I want to launch this business, please, can you pull me through, right? Can you pull me through? Or you can even get courses, right, from people who have already, there are a lot of people who are into fabric business who have launched courses, right, how they were able to build their businesses. Get mentorship. It's very important. Now, you know what mentorship does for you? It helps you avoid a lot of mistakes. Now, this is because you are using your money. Say for instance, you're paying for the mentorship, you're using your money to buy time, you're using your money to pay for a lot of mistakes that you would make. Because trust me, as a beginner in any kind of business, you learn on the job, right? Because you're not really aware, right? You're only just attracted to the glam of the business. You don't really know the in total what these people have gone through to be where they are. So mentorship helps you avoid their mistakes because this person is holding your hand, basically telling you, okay, this is what you need to do, the A to Z about this business, and trust me, it helps you. So what I didn't do when I started out was seek mentorship. I was just, because I was new into the business, nobody was telling me, okay, this is what to do. So I was trying out so many things, and in trying out so many things, I made a whole lot of mistakes that I had to pay dearly for. In fact, there was a point in my business I thought that where Jordan was just going to collapse, right? Thank God for the right set of people around you. So that's the thing. When you make some mistakes we make as novices in business can cost you so much that you may never come out of such mistakes. Like, you can lose, some mistakes can make you go back to ground zero. Yeah, that's terrible. Now, that's why a lot of businesses, you see somebody start up a business, and before you know it, in less than 2 years, you're asking the person, okay, how far your business? Oh, I beg, I know they do again. They have encountered a costly mistake, a grievous mistake that has cost them so much, they have given up on that dream of a business. Let me give you a little story. I have a friend who started out fish farming as a business, okay? Now, it's still the same thing, mentorship. This friend of mine didn't seek mentorship before going into fish farming. The idea my friend had was, okay, fish farming is very profitable. You know, you groom this fish, you sell them off, and you make your money, you know. But there was no mentorship. You know, my friend didn't go the extra mile to know, okay, what was it? What did it entail? You know, what does it take to run a profitable fish farming business? And that was how, at the long run, these fishes, there was when you run a fish business, okay, you know that there's a point when your fish gets to a certain level, you have to sort your fish, okay, so that the bigger ones don't get to feed on the smaller ones. Now this is what happened to my friend's pond. The bigger fishes were feeding on the smaller fishes, and that was how my friend lost a lot of money from that business, okay, a lot of money. Now, if my friend had put in mentorship from the very beginning, the person, when you subject yourself to mentorship, trust me, you would avoid a lot of mistakes. The person would have told you, okay, this is what you need to do when your fish gets to this stage, you know, like that. Likewise, me, for my fabric business, if I had subjected myself to mentorship, my mentor would have told me, okay, this is how you go about the business. This is the challenges you face. If you do it this way, this is the right way to go about it. Because they have gone through it. Experience is the best teacher. They have had the experience. They've learned. They've had these mistakes. And because they are mentoring you, they won't allow you to make the same mistakes that they made. So mentorship is very key. So if you're about to launch any business at all, please, the first thing you need to do is seek mentorship. It will save you a lot of money, a lot of mistakes, a lot of heartache, you know, a lot of stress in general. All right. So the second grievous mistake that I made was I did not research enough for a reliable supplier. Now, we all know that your business, any business at all you're running, is as good as your supplier, because your supplier basically just holds the key to your business. Because if your supplier supplies you nonsense, you're done for, especially when you come in contact with a supplier whose heart is behind his back. You understand? So in my journey, I didn't make enough research. You're right. There are a lot of reliable suppliers out there. I just settled for just one. And please try as much as possible to have at least 2 or 3 other suppliers, so that when one messes up, you can always switch. Or you can always try to, when you want to restock, try and switch hands, so that a supplier doesn't feel they have control over your life. I don't know if you get, over the life of your business. So when your supplier knows that you can get elsewhere, that supplier will buckle up. I don't know if you get me. All right. So in my own case, I was too comfortable with this supplier. Yes, me and the supplier, we have done business for, say, about 3-4 months, and everything was going on fine until this supplier decided to do me dirty. Like, I ordered for fabrics, and more than half of the fabrics that came, if they dash you these fabrics, you will not collect. They were that terrible. They were so bad. Inferior fabrics, everything mumbled together. Right? Now, in fact, that scenario alone almost took me to ground zero. Almost took me back to where I came from. I was devastated, frustrated. Oh my goodness. It became a major issue, right, with the suppliers. Till today, I've had to just deal with the loss. There are some losses that, man, when you make it in business, you have made, nothing can happen as such, right? So I lost a lot of money from that very terrible deal. So please, before you launch any business, try and make as much research as possible for a reliable suppliers. There are reliable suppliers out there. All right. All you need to do is research, even if it has to, you have to travel to, meet these suppliers. Please do, because your business will thank you for it much later. to save you a lot of stress. Now, the next horrible mistake that I made when I started out is I never invested in any form of knowledge when it comes to my business. Now, it will amaze you to know that there are people who are selling fabrics that do not have basic knowledge like how to even measure the fabrics. They don't even know how many inches is a yard, or how many inches is a trouser length, or how to, style the fabrics, or how to combine different fabrics to give you a unique combo, stuff like that. When you're not knowledgeable about your niche, that was the mistake I made. What I was doing when I started off was just buying and selling. There was no knowledge invested. I didn't invest. Now, ways you can invest in your knowledge bank when it comes to your business, you can invest in courses, right? Courses can help improve. If you don't want to even spend money there, see, social media or say internet has made it easy for anybody to learn anything if you put your mind to it. You can just research. Okay, so what is this about my business? I need to know basic stuff so that when a stranger meets you, all right, and ask you basic things about your business, you should be able to answer. You should be able to give them information, right? So please, let us move beyond just buying and selling. As a business person in this day and time, you have to be knowledgeable in some extent regarding the business you're doing. Okay, it will help you. It will go a long way to help you position you for better deals in the future. So one of the mistakes I made was I never invested. I never read books, nothing regarding to my business. Yeah, and which is totally wrong. You ought to invest in books, invest in your knowledge bank regarding the business you are doing. Don't just be doing business blindly. Yes, in this day and time now. So please do not make the same mistake that I made. Now, the next horrible, this one is horrible times 200. If there's anything like that, is I was ashamed of my business. See, now when I think about it, I'm just like, really, why even venture into something you are not proud to be associated with? Why? It beats me. You understand? So that was my story when I started out. I started out with 100 fabrics. I didn't start out small. Now I stashed these fabrics in my house, and I wasn't bold enough to tell people, okay, I now sell fabrics. So I sell lovely fabrics. I was shy. I was thinking, hey, what would the world think about me? What would people say? I have graduated, I have served, and the next thing I want to do with my life is sell fabrics. Just imagine. Do you get? So, and there are a lot of us on this WhatsApp group. You just started the business because, okay, maybe your friend is doing it, or maybe you've seen someone else do it, and you are not even proud to be associated. Please, if you're about to launch a business and you are not proud to be associated, don't even think, don't waste your time. If you're not proud to be associated with what you sell, do not waste your time starting that business, because trust me, you will not be able to thrive there. You have to be proud of your business. You have to talk about your business. Nobody can promote your business like you, right? So you have to be proud. You have to tell the world, this is what I do. That's the only way you can sell. You have to carry your market or your head like gala. That's the truth. Or have you ever seen a market woman in the market holding her product? Like, she's shy to be associated with the fish she's selling. She's shy to be associated with the yams she's selling. It's hunger that will kill her now. Do you understand? So please, these are the parameters you have to put into place. You have to check. All right? Check yourself. Would I be proud? Would I be proud to be associated with this product I'm about to launch? I suffered self-esteem issues when I started out. Serious self-esteem issues. Now, because I had a lot of people around me who were, fabrics you want, they sell. Even me, I had to, hey God, I've never done this kind of, hey God, what will people think about me that, so I'm broke or I'm suffering? It will amaze you, right? So I had to tell myself, one day I had to wake up I had to wake up and I left the shame zone because it wasn't doing me no good. The families were stashed, my money was tied up, I wasn't making sales. But the day I decided and I told myself, girl, you have to do better. That day, my business took a different turn entirely. People started to, appreciate what I do. Do you know, because of how proud I am about what I do right now, do you know how many persons where Jadine has empowered to start fabric business? What if I remained ashamed of what I did? Would where Jadine be able to have empowered as much people today? So please think about it before you launch that business. Avoid these horrible mistakes that I made when I started out, and trust me, you'll be on your way to a successful and profitable business. Yeah, so if you found this video helpful, please kindly share with that friend, that brother, that sister about to launch a business. Tell them, come and watch this video, don't make this mistake, please. So by means of recap, seek mentorship. Please improve your knowledge back. Be proud of what you sell. It's very important. Yeah, so thank you so much for following through with today's video. Yeah, so I can't wait to see you next week. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. I remain your host, Joy Ogweji. See you next week. Much love.